An artist's duty, as far as I'm concerned, is to reflect the times. I think that is true of painters, sculptors, poets, musicians. As far as I'm concerned, it's their choice. But I choose to reflect the times and the situations in which I find myself. That to me is my duty. And at this crucial time in our lives, when everything is so desperate, when every day is a matter of survival, I don't think you can help but be involved. Young people, black and white, know this. That's why they're so involved in politics. We will shape and mold this country, or it will not be molded and shaped at all anymore. So I don't think you have a choice. How can you be an artist and not reflect the times? That to me is the definition of an artist.
Cause see the world suffering, energy's also I lend a hand. I got a love and it's for this land. If you're not for this world, you wouldn't understand. It's deeper than black and white. Mine is so bad I can't sleep at night. I roll up a bag and then ignite. I love taking flight, cause I feel alive when I be up and I'm in the sky. But I realize I was in my mind. I let that shit get to me every time. I think that they think I'm blind, but I see right through the lies. Shine on my demons, can't duck and hide. What's done in the dark.
What's done in the dark gonna come to light. Man, welcome, creations. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? I just would like to say, welcome to the channel once again. Here to bring you wonderful enlightenment, encouragement, motivation. You know what I'm saying? Let you know that you are appreciated. Excuse me. Man, that juice hitting a little too hard today. You know what I'm saying? I titled the video today, Hire Hunt, right? We know one thing. We know one thing, right? And we know two things. We know both of them words. We know hire and we know hunt, right? In order to become higher, right, you have to be below that, right? And that's where I honestly feel like, through my personal experience in the world, being able to see people and what they go through, that they are at a low state, right? You can see it, you can see it. And the reason I say you can see it is because the universe doesn't speak English. It speaks symbolism, right? You observe and analyze the signs, which give you data to understand what something is, you know what I'm saying? Or how it's portraying itself to be, right? Good example I can give is like, you see the clouds rolling in, you know what I'm saying? And based off experience of last time you seen the clouds that start raining and thunderstorming, you'll know just by seeing the clouds that, that's going to happen. That's going to take place, right? You didn't need no words to tell you that, right? You just need to pay attention to the signs that the universe is giving you, your experience is giving you. So that's very detrimental, you know what I'm saying, to realize, like, don't ignore the signs, right? A lot of people be like, oh, God, give me a sign. And here it is. It's right in front of your face. And if you're going to ignore your signs, you're going to ignore God, right? You're going to ignore your creation. You know what I'm saying? You're going to ignore the very thing that was trying to elevate you and get you to understand who you truly were, what your purpose was, and you're missing out on that blessing, that beautiful essence of being able to receive that information and that data to strengthen your belief in a higher purpose, right? So you can serve your purpose, right? I look at myself as a life bringer, life giver, you know what I'm saying, a healer, you know what I'm saying, because I've healed, right? And I can't heal somebody else because I wouldn't know what steps to take in order to do that, to become successful in doing so, right? So higher, right? You must be at a low point to understand something that's above you, right? So you want to get there, right? The whole goal is to get there. Whether it's small adjustments or steps, you know what I'm saying? You want to get there. Some people not some people, everybody learns at their own pace, right? Pace and place are close, you know what I'm saying? The L in place is just a specific location, right? Pace is the rate that you're moving, you know what I'm saying, towards these things. So, to be at the place I am right now, it was a long journey for me, right? And I had to learn over and over. I had to go, like, having a big heart. Having a big heart won't necessarily make you change you having a big heart, but it'll bring you down, right? You start getting depressed and, feeling unappreciated, not feeling worth it, not feeling like you deserve something good, right? When you have something good, right? You have you, right? So hire hunt, okay, and then hunt, right? Hunt. What do we know about hunt, right? To hunt is to go out and seek something so that you can receive it, right? So it's like we got people that just hunt for sport, right? They hunt just to put something on their wall, and they call it a trophy, right? And that's crazy to me because it's like they misvalued the life of which they took, right? And just did it for sport. It didn't do it for no spiritual use. Um, even hunting for food, right? In the sense of like going and taking another life in order for you to survive, right? It's kind of like you had to be, and in order to live, you had to kill, right? And we've all done it. We've all kill an ant or a bug or a spider, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature, right? In order for us to survive, even consuming something, even all the way down to anything you consume, right? This juice, right? This juice gives me this. My organic fruit punch gives me um, empowerment, right? It powers my energy source, right? So I consume it. The more and more I consume, I'm taking the life force away from what it is. But understand, it didn't die, right? That energy that's in that glass just transferred within myself, right? And gave me energy to keep going. So it just transformed. It changed its form on its existence, right? Um, so the ultimate higher hunt in life is to hunt for the best version of yourself. And once you get there, right, and you realize that, you got to keep pushing. You got to give back, right? Because you were able to see, you were able to peek into that higher perspective of everything, which is life, which guided you and got you to the point that you're at now. um and when you go out and hunt, you know what I'm saying, you might miss a kill. You might go out and not find what you were looking for, what you were looking to consume, right? So the higher hunt is ultimately to better yourself, right? And the best way I put that is, it's a your purpose, right? First it was a purpose. You had to have a purpose and a reason for why you went and did this, right? um and then it was a process in doing so. You got steps, right? If I wanted to build something, I would have to have a first a reason why I want to build it, a purpose, and then I would have to have a blueprint on steps on what I'm gonna do to make it so, right? And that all comes down to like what I believe God means to me: generator, organizer, dispenser, right? I generate in my mind for a reason. I organize uh, for a reason, which is the process, and then I dispense, which or create the reality, right? So me getting on this camera in front of you guys, you know what I'm saying? I thought of a reason, right? I figured out what steps I'm gonna take to do this and how I'm going to do it, and here I am. And enlightening the world, not just enlightening myself. I was inspired when the sun came up this morning, man, and it was shining. And I'm just like, man, it's such a beautiful thing. It's so glorious, right? It has such a great essence about it, and it shines on everything, right? And when you have light, you're able to see, right? So light is good. Even God said, "Let light be good," because that's how He perceived it to be. If you go to the Bible, or if you want to talk about the Bible, like I said before, I was raised in religion, but I'm no longer a religious person. I'm a spiritual person, understanding spirituality, right? Um, where do you go when you die, right? You return back to that of what you were before you came here, and you don't remember that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the third dimension, right? You can only do so much. I can only do what my body and my mind here in this present existence allows me to retain, right? So I was on a higher hunt for a long time, trying to find myself. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of insane things. And the reason I say insane is because I did a lot of the same processes, hoping to get different results, and it never happened. You know what I'm saying? Because I was too afraid to make those adjustments in myself. I was too afraid to lose that of which I wanted, right? And I had to lose myself in order to find myself, right? I had to be broken down into a bunch of pieces in order to put them pieces together properly to be built up into something new, right? Um, and that's what it's about, right? It's about breaking down completely, accepting, admitting, you know what I'm saying? Admitting that nobody can do to you what you don't allow them to do. You made an ultimate choice to either stay around somebody, get with somebody and be around that person and stay around them. Um, give, you know what I'm saying? Never let that person earn true value in what it was that they were doing, right? Um, so you want to be on a higher hunt, right? And once you find your higher hunt, you can teach others how to hunt, period. You know what I'm saying? Teach others how to find that that epic essence within themselves, right? To be the greatest versions of themselves that they can be, right? Because your reaction is everything. How you react to stuff, shows who you truly are. When that pressure's applied, you know what I'm saying? It's not until only then that you will understand who you truly are and what you're capable of, right? And it realigns you with your power, right? And power is a great source, right? Whether you know I can touch something softly or I can hit it hard, but right, what's coming out of that is ultimately what's my reasoning for this, right? You got to put yourself and remind yourself every day that you have purpose. And if you didn't have purpose, you probably wouldn't be existing, right? You wouldn't be here to experience it. So have gratitude, show gratitude, you know what I'm saying? Be thankful for that of which you have, you know what I'm saying? Be thankful that you have another day to see life. Be thankful that you understand that, oh, you were once a kid. So now what do? We guide children in the right direction. We try to teach them what's best. We try to protect them, right? So that they don't have to learn from what we went through. And that's very special, right? That's a very good thing, right? You want to do this. You want to teach so you can uplift, right? Because they say the kids are the future, but what did they learn? What did the kids learn from what they were going through right now, right? And if you don't have somebody that can break it down in that certain perspective or give them um, this wisdom or pass this wisdom down, right? They're gonna have to learn on their own, and hopefully one day they will still get it. And if they don't understand the power that they have, they're gonna have to start over, right? And they might be sent back down to this realm. They might go to another realm, another galaxy, another planet. You know what I'm saying? Another existence, right? So my purpose in this life is to. I was on a higher hunt. Right now that I found my higher hunt, I fulfilled my purpose, my destiny. So now I feel like if I was to leave this vessel or this body or die, right, I soaked in as much as I could soak in. And once I got to the point to where I could share this and I could guide others to this point, then it's like graduation. You know what I'm saying? You don't complete 10th grade to do 10th grade again, right? You go to the next level. So it's really levels to this, right? It's levels to this shift, right? Shifting out of your old ways, old habits to shift and form into something greater and bigger, right? And once I realized things were bigger than myself, right? Um, Once you have that true understanding that things are, your purpose is to help things grow and expand, right? I just imagine if you were God in a different form, right? You weren't you're and that's the crazy part. Like I'm not a tree. I'm not a squirrel. I'm not a dog. You know what I'm saying? I was put in this avatar, this body to have this experience, right? But what if I was just God experiencing itself, right? Was formed from the creator, creation, came out of my mother's womb, right? Which is my ultimate source would be my mom and my dad. But I think about electricity, in the sense of like, when when a man, what I'm saying, produces sperm and the sperm goes into the woman, right? That was a form of energy transfer, right? When you have sexual intercourse, energy builds up, you know what I'm saying? And then, it comes out in a different form. And then that creates life. That's a life bringer, life giver. And electricity carries intelligence, you know what I'm saying? Water has electricity in it, current, so just being connected like that and realizing you're connected like that. Like every single fingerprint on your body is different, and it starts off like as a swirl, right? Like the galaxy, you know what I'm saying? You got a colic in the back of your head or at the top of your head, or you might have multiple ones, right? But it's like you're connected. Everything the earth is, you are, right? You know what I'm saying? You get hot and sweaty and wet, you know what I'm saying? You can cry, and you have water, you know what I'm saying? Like, uh, it's about like cleaning it up, right? You want to clean up, you want to cleanse, bathe to be refreshed, right? And my whole purpose for you guys is to give you that refreshing bath that you need, right? Um, Crying is a sense of healing, right? Because you might not be able, it's outside of you and it affected you so much emotionally. Emotions is just electric motion, right? Is electric motion, right? And then it's thoughts, it's consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And we put words on them to try to describe what that electric motion is that we're feeling on the inside, right? Happy, sad, mad, ha- um, um, thankful. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things, we put all of these titles on it, right? So it's very detrimental, that people remember that your higher hunt is not going to be easy, because you got to be willing to accept and admit that you need to learn from those who will do you wrong, right? Like I said before in one of my videos, like even when it's not what you want it to be right then, you know that situation is creating a higher purpose, right? And it's really going to give you understanding, because you're going to learn something from it, right? And you can really just sometimes you can really just shut up and sit back and analyze everything around you, right? Because like I said, the universe speaks symbolism, it doesn't speak English, right? You can see the signs. You can watch somebody else make a choice and see what their reaction was. You know not to make that choice because you don't want that same result, right? And now, if you know that, you know what I'm saying, it's your duty to spread that. So, what was it like when the first person died? The first person made a decision, or like they went out on the bridge and or went off a cliff, you know what I'm saying? And everybody realized like he's not coming back, he's not getting up, he's not responsive anymore, right? um, that makes them be afraid. That makes them, but it gives them true understanding on, you don't want to do that because you'll get this result, and that's what it's about, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people choose the wrong path, right? A lot of people feel like just because they're in control of their life that they can do whatever they want. Yes, you have the free will to do whatever you want, right? But you also have true knowledge and understanding of the results of whatever you choose will be the outcome and the reaction that you receive, karma, right? um and ultimately, like, my whole thing is now, like, I want to be able to, I'm choosing to do this, um and knowing that the karma I'm going to receive will be positive karma, higher enlightenment. Like I said, I don't know everything. I'm not somebody that knows everything, right? I'm just somebody who's experienced what I've experienced, able to share that experience, give great examples on that experience, and somewhere in between there, it's going to unlock your logic to how you think or how you perceive things, right? And you're going to understand, if you want better, you have to do better. It's nobody's job, right? Nobody's responsible for you doing better, because you're responsible for the choices that you make. You're responsible for how you react, right? Somebody can come in and say something bogus to me, and I can just brush it off like, yeah, whatever. All right. You know what I'm saying? But if I got up and I got on their ass, you know what I'm saying, and I met them with that force, you know what I'm saying, even that is gonna have a reaction to it. We might not talk ever again. Instead of me just brushing it off right now, and then that person might give you an apology. Man, I was just in my feelings, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to take it, you know what I'm saying? Because ego, right? Ego. Energy gets overwhelming, right? That's kind of how I look at ego, right? Your energy gets overwhelmed and you start getting defensive, but that's your lower self, because you can't let go. You can't accept things to be what they are, right? For the true essence of what the experience is. So we go through things to analyze, right? You analyze the experience. You know that you've lived it. You know that's in your memory bank, right? And you know what you got to do to avoid that them similar outcomes, right? So it is very detrimental. You know what I'm saying? And them words, higher hunt, right? that's a good thing. That's motivational. You know what I'm saying? Be always on a higher hunt. Always be uh, willing to change yourself, to better yourself, to get to your highest state of existence so that you can really get the most out of life. You know what I'm saying? The world is what you make it. And they tell you the world is yours, right? If I know that I'm creating positive, I'm not gonna get nothing but positive. You know what I'm saying? If I create negative, I'm not gonna receive nothing but negative, right? You ever see somebody come in? Look, prime example I just gave. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can come in and say something crazy to me, depending on how I react, right? That's gonna mold what takes place. It's gonna My will will shape the sphere. You know what I'm saying? The atmosphere, right? I think about William Shakespeare, right? Like William Shakespeare was a great writer, great, uh, like he did poems, and come to find out, like some of the knowledge I have now is that like he wrote the King James Bible, right? William Shakespeare, right? Will the atmosphere, right, in which we live in. So it's like that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy to me. So it's like either the people that's in knowledge knows this knowledge and they use it for their own personal gain, right? They use it for their own profit, right? Um, but you are that free will. You know what I'm saying? You have the choice to choose, right? You can act as a devil or you can act as a god, right? You can be in your higher self or lower self, however you want to put it. If you want to talk religion, you could say god or devil. If you want to just talk spiritual, you could talk about higher self, lower self, or high vibration, low vibration, because everything is vibration. So hold yourself accountable and accept, the vibration that you run under and that you subscribe to. What do you choose to put out, right? Because whatever you choose to put out, don't expect to receive good out of doing bad, right? um that's really what I want to talk about, man. Is like, every single experience you ever had, you know what I'm saying, was a reaction off of somebody else's choice, right? And if you're gonna choose to do better, you're gonna choose to rise, you're gonna choose to elevate, you're gonna choose to say, you know what, I'm not putting no more of my energy into this. I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna walk away. You're gonna close that door. And when one door closes, another door opens. And that's really what it is. It's about, and then when you go through a door that you feel like is meant for you, you're learning a lot more through this door than you did that last door. Man, you keep going. You hold on to that. You embrace that. You be grateful. You show gratitude, right? There's a lot of people that I would love to show gratitude to, who really help influence me get to the point that I'm at now, right? Because of my experiences with these people who show me genuine love, right? I would like to give a shout out to Young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh is somebody who changed my life. He changed my perspective because it was some stuff I didn't agree with what he was saying, right? And it's okay to disagree, agree to disagree. That's okay. Take nothing from it. I only took the positive out of it, just like I did my own life, to help what I'm gonna take from it and I'm gonna apply to myself. That's gonna make me a better person, right? So he enlightened me. Rashad Jamal is somebody else who has enlightened me. You know what I'm saying? Some things I might not agree with what he's saying, and that's okay. I'm taking the best from it and I'm applying it to myself to give myself a logical understanding to where it clicks with me. And when it clicks with me, it's gonna force me to make changes within myself so that I can be in a higher state of existence and believe it. You know what I'm saying? I used to didn't believe in myself, right? But in order to achieve anything, you first gotta believe that you can do it, right? You might stare at something, you be like, man, I could jump up there and I could get that. You know what I'm saying? And you go to jump up there and you didn't get it the first time. But you set yourself a goal, right? It might not be easy, right? You might have to do it a few times, but you coming back with a little bit more effort. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more enthusiasm because you didn't complete it yet. You didn't get there yet. So it's gonna be a process. You know what I'm saying? But the goal was the purpose, right? And the process is, what do I have to do in order to reach that, right? And then once you reach that, you reach real progress, right? So young Pharaoh, Rashad Jamal, Kevin Wesley, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Wesley is a very intelligent brother. I love how his demeanor is. I love how he breaks things down. You know what I'm saying? And I actually watched the video, and that inspired me to start my channel. You know what? I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna push it off. I'm not gonna keep thinking about it. Let me just do it. All right. So living in the now, right? That's why I'm here right now, doing what I'm doing, right? Victoria Hunter, young a beautiful goddess who, I love her message. I love, her the topic she talks about, right? And you could tell that this person is just being real, sincere, and genuine, right? So you take that from that, right? You can see she's in her higher self because she accepted her for who she is. I went on her live this morning, right, and she had like 51 people in there, and I was listening to her, and I put a comment in there, and right when I put a comment in there, I don't know what the chances of this is, but she leaned forward and she was like, "Yeah, Marcus is right. Like create your own channel, right? When you sit back and you watch people make money, right? You watch people make money. You're just watching them make money, right? But what have you done? What work did you put in order to get to that point? Like, what does she have to do to get to this point? To where she's successful, where she has a bunch of subscribers. Because like I said, my main goal is to get out to as many people as I can, right? Um, what does she do? She's putting work in, but she's doing it genuinely. She's just creating. She's not focusing on the money, right? And it's because it's morals over money. It's her purpose. Understanding her purpose, the message is deeper than the money. When you don't worry about the money is going to come in abundance, right? Um, so something that I would like to do, because at the end of the day, the system that we in, like we're the ones in a systematic matrix, right? We create money. We put value on money. We think that if we give money, we're going to get something in equal exchange. But the things about money is that you will give your time and your energy, right? Something you can't give back. You can't give back them experiences, right? But you get money. But not only do they take money from you when you go buy something, but they take taxes out of that, right? And you're not getting your energy back. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a recycle. Like, here, I'm gonna give you this. You're gonna work for this. You're gonna earn this, and then you're gonna spend this with me, and then you're gonna repeat that process. Like, that's crazy to me, right? I feel like a lot of people um, try to keep up with holidays, right? Because holidays, I realize holidays is just another way to recycle money, right? You got people who, oh, I want to get my kids this for Christmas. I want to do this and do that. And then it's like for the people that's not able to do these things or receive these things, they feel less fortunate. Then they get jealous and they get envious of others who are able to experience this and gain this, right? Um, you don't, that's detrimental, right? Because it's like they're putting a value outside of themselves, right? Um, I will be successful. I am successful. I am successful. I am happy because I admitted and I accepted who I am, right? And I'm going to step every day in my purpose. And as long as I do that in my highest state of existence, in my highest being, my highest belief of myself, you know, um, there's nothing outside of me that has greater value than me, right? I told my significant other, I said, I could be wearing a $10 billion coat that would never equal the value of what I am. There's no piece of paper that can value um, myself the way that I value myself, right? And then it's like I get confirmation off of my value because other people show me how much they value me, right? And that's a good confirmation, you know. Um, like universal signs that I get that show me I'm on the right track is I've been waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, a little bit after three sometimes, 3 in the morning for like the last week, right? But I've created my channel this week, right? And ever since I created my channel, I haven't had one dream, one negative dream, right? Because I understand my purpose. I'm stepping in my purpose and I'm enlightening others, right? And once I did that, it brought me to my higher self. And I want to be able to lift everybody up to this point. So just imagine where we would be at if everybody thought like this. Imagine where we would be at if everybody could create like this and give this type of energy out. You know what I'm saying? So because I see all the type of energy that they're giving out. I see what's coming from this. I see all the manipulation and down talk and jealousy and lack of manners. You know what I'm saying? Lack of morals going on in the world, right? Um, just imagine how peaceful things would be. You know what I'm saying? It'd really be like heaven on earth, where we show gratitude to everyone. You know what I'm saying? It's not about me having more than you or less than you, right? It's about me knowing that the value of you is the value of me, right? And I got asked a question the other day. It's like, who would you want to be handcuffed to if you had to be handcuffed to somebody for 30 days? Give me the most broken person, right? Because we both gonna come up out of there 30 days later on the same accord, positive energy, ready to change the world because we was able to change ourselves and sit down and reflect on who you are, all the choices you made. You got to be willing to accept that if you weren't shit at one time, you got to accept that. You know, it's a hard truth. It's a hard thing to get over, right? But in order to accept, you're able to move forward, right? You're able to grow from that. You know, that's who I used to be. I'm not that no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people got to understand that, right? Take accountability. You're only responsible for yourself, right? And your actions has a reaction on everybody else. Do you think you stealing something and ending up in jail or in prison, you know what I'm saying, didn't affect nobody but you? Like, no, you think your people don't miss you? You think they don't miss your presence in your existence, your essence? I'm like, come on, bro. Like, get it together. It's time to clean up, right? And you want to clean up before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Because it this is how you know it's too late. Death will be too late because you're not going somewhere else, right? You're gonna reincarnate. You're going to reincarnate, right? You're gonna have to come and start all over. Everything you think you know, you're gonna have to lose that, start over again, and let's see if you get it this time, right? But I'm trying to basically spare you your life. You know what I'm saying? Just how like when you give good guidance, you know what I'm saying? When your parents try to give you good guidance, they're trying to spare you your life. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to show you mercy and wisdom and to give you true understanding that, you know, if you do this is the result you're gonna get. And if you're hard headed, right, you're gonna learn the hard way, right? You can't expect them, say I get locked up, right? I can't expect my people to come save me, right? Because when I expect them to come save me, I'm not gonna learn my lesson because I'm gonna think like, oh, that's okay. Shit, if I get locked up, I'm gonna be straight. My people got me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, you can't rely on that. You can't rely on, you know, otherwise you're not gonna get the lesson. They're gonna save you from what you should have learned from the whole time. Right. So as hard as it may be for them to know in the back of their mind like they didn't look out for you, you put yourself there. Did I put you in jail or did you put yourself there? Did you make that decision to do whatever devilish deed you did? Right? Because that's the reaction to that. Right? And you can't expect me to sacrifice myself for you. Right? I can't live out your experience for you. You know, this is your world. I'm just a part of it. Right? I'm just a piece of it. Right? So, um, my dad used to say, like, oh, if your friends jump off a bridge, you're gonna jump off a bridge too. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if I wasn't good at swimming at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, So, um, the higher hunt should be no more, right? The higher hunt itself. Just take accountability for yourself and for what you can control, right? And how you react to things defies who you truly are, right? So be your higher self. Peace, creations. Till next time. Love y'all.